Hello and welcome to another installment of the Hanover Fire and Casualty video training series. Today we're going to be focusing on the quoting process of an HO4 renter's policy. When you log into a system, all you're going to need to do to quote a policy is to hit this quote button. As we enter in, the first thing we're going to do is enter our state and then choose our product. In this case we're doing again a renter's form in HO4. That's going to load up the appropriate questions for the application. One of the benefits of this system is the ease of quoting. You'll notice this very quickly. If we answer all the questions on this application page, you will have a firm quote that will not be changed unless the limits of coverage do. I'm going to enter in all the information that's relevant here, including an email address. Please make sure that you use this email address for the policyholder. It's very important for us to capture this information in the event of a loss and that we can reassure the customer that Hanover Fire and Casualty has received any information needed for that. There are two questions here on the K9 that are going to be important to answer. We will allow for any policy to be issued regardless if you have a dangerous animal on our list or any animal with a bite history. However, if either or both of those questions are answered in the affirmative for breed or bite history, we will exclude liability specifically for the animal. We will go through and choose our coverage options. You have options from $10,000 to $50,000 in contents coverage, liability options from $50,000, $100,000, $300,000, or $500,000 option. You have medical payment options of $500, $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000. Deductible is standard at $500, but you also have additional options there as well. There's a full replacement cost loss settlement on the contents as well. We also offer additional options for equipment breakdown, as well as for an additional resident of the household. This is ideal for having a roommate, a significant other, somebody that is not automatically covered under the policy. Just so you're aware, Hanover Fire and Casualty will automatically cover under a policy any spouse or minor under the 18 years of 18 living in the household and related to the named insured. However, if we want to add on, again, a roommate or somebody that's not related as a fully named insured, this is the place to do it, and you can do it for an average about $35 to the policy. All you're going to do is to add in the full name, and then simply hit this little add button to the right of the name. They are then fully named and will be listed on the deck page as an additionally fully named insured. When we're done with all the information that we have, we're going to use this validate button at the bottom. If we've missed anything in the application, it's not going to allow you to go through. So the good indication that everything is good to go is your ability to create an application, but as well as that premium generates. If anything's missing from here, you will see no premium generated. You will not have an ability to convert over to an application. And you will see the reason for this over here in this box in the bottom left. Once we're ready to move forward, all we need to do is hit Create Application. At this point, we try to make this as easy as possible to issue your policy. All we're going to require is confirmation of the mailing address. If that is the same as the property address and it's going to the named insured, you can simply click this Use Property option, and that will fill in. But if there's a different payee for it, this is a place that you can add that in there. An example of that is if you have a child at school and mom and dad are paying for the policy, it can be sent to mom and dad, but still covering the student and their location. There is a co-applicant field here. This is to be used only in the event of a spouse that requires to be named on the policy. This is not to be named for a non-related resident or any other party on it other than a spouse. Please know that it does not require you to enter a spouse's information on here to still be covered under the policy, but if they are requiring it, this is where you can add it on. Underwriting will come back if there is any question of relationship entered into the co-applicant field. Other than this, the only thing that's required is a confirmation of loss history. This is a guaranteed issue product. However, we do ask to enter into a term of good faith where the customer can disclose any prior losses on this. But there will be no surcharges or declination of policy issuance based on what's entered in here. However, if this is not answered honestly, it may result in non-renewal of the policy. Once I have answered, again, both the mailing address confirmed and the loss history, I have the ability to bind coverage. I also can choose my payment options here on our last screen. If there is somebody else paying for the policy, we can add in additional interest and change who the payee is, as well as we have options to change our payment plan based on everything available to our company. Finally, if you need to add on a property manager or any sort of entity as an additional insured or listed as a landlord, you are able to do that on this tab in the middle here and list the full interest. We have a full listing of additional interests that cover the entire range of anything that you would need to add in this occupancy situation. And once you're ready to bind, you simply would bind coverage, and once that occurs, a binder will generate for you that you can print, download, email, present to the requiring party if needed, as well as you now have the ability to enter in a payment electronically if you want to do that, generate an invoice if they want to pay by check or money order, and that is all that is required. Once payment has been received, the policy will issue declarations. If you have any questions or need any follow-up with us, please don't hesitate to call us at 1-800-919-3473, or you can email our customer service at customerservice@hanoverfire.com. Thank you so much for joining us for this video training series. We will see you for the next one.